Hi, I'm Midge Shoemaker, and this is day 55 of my making 100 days of YouTube videos and focusing on gratitude. So, yay, I made it to day 55, and I am sorry about yesterday's video. I was super tired and emotional, so I didn't even go back and watch what I did on that one. It's kind of scary. Anyway, I feel much better today. It is amazing what a good night's sleep will do. So, no, I didn't go to work yesterday, but it's okay because I got to sleep and then I woke up and I went back to sleep and it was great. And then I got up this afternoon and thought, I just don't even want to do anything today because I was just enjoying not doing anything for a while. I just think I needed a little break. I needed to breathe. I've been just stressing too much because yes, I am capable of doing more than I give myself credit for. I am capable of doing a lot of things. The problem is I stress about all of those things, that I focus too much on the future and how it's all going to play out and when it's all going to play out, and I set up all of these unrealistic expectations of my future, or even realistic expectations, but then I stress myself out trying to meet all of these goals that I have set and trying to do all of these things, and I don't have the energy to do all of those things at once. And I don't have to do all of those things at once. I can do those things one day at a time and a little at a time. And eventually all the things will get done and it will be amazing. Like the whole process of writing my book, it took me like over a year to write the actual book. And now I've sent it out to people, and now I have to remind people that I sent it out to them and ask for their feedback. But I have to wait for things like that. And my friend drew an amazing picture of on the way in the circle of stones. Like for the first time, it was like I could actually kind of see the picture that I had in my mind. And although it's not exactly what I pictured in my mind, it was really cool. And I was like, okay, I could totally go with this. This totally works because someone else could see my vision. And it's an amazing connection to be able to do that. And so I'm grateful for that. Granted, it's not in color yet. It's not like the whole book cover is ready to go, but it's progress. It's a start. It's something. And I'm excited about something. And I need to be excited about the other things that I'm doing. I need to be excited about writing again. I need to work on some more books because I have lots more book ideas. And there's a lot of process and rewriting and things. And it's good to set books aside for a while and then go back and review and rewrite before they get published. And then they have to get edited. So it's a process. It's a process I'm still learning, that I'm sharing with anyone that's watching. Um, but I'm not really doing any writing today. I'm thinking about maybe doing thumbnails later tonight after I get home from work, because I put that on my to-do list today, so I can feel like I'm going to do something. Whether I actually do or not is another story, but it's an idea for the moment. I always feel more motivated first thing when I get started doing things, and I'm also learning that I do things when I'm ready to do them. I had a sponsor that told me like that I never do things before I'm ready, and I realize over and over again that she's right about that, because I keep thinking these things in my head and I want to do these things, and then I get frustrated with myself because I don't do them, and I try to force myself to do them and it doesn't work. And then all of a sudden one day I guess I'm just ready and I just sit down and I start doing and doing and doing. I'm like, wow, this is so cool. This is so amazing. Why did I put this off for so long? And I guess it's because I wasn't ready. There's a timing in everything, and God has a perfect timing and a perfect schedule. I am just not aware of His timing or schedule. I don't know where I fit in all of that. I know I fit, I just don't know where. And I was thinking yesterday, and I was journaling about it today, about all that emotional drama I was having. I apologize for that. Maybe I shouldn't apologize. I am an emotional person, and it's okay to be emotional and occasionally irrational because I am human and I make mistakes. But I was just thinking how great God is, how wonderful He is, to, instead of berating me for my mistakes or telling me I'm this horrible person or that I've screwed up His plan or any of those things that go through my mind, He tells me how wonderful I am, and He treats me with kindness and gentleness and tells me it's okay, I made a mistake, it's all right, we can fix this, we can fix this, we can move on, it'll be okay. And I liked that, yesterday I tried to respond with kindness to people that I thought were being unkind to me. And not that they were doing it intentionally, they were just frustrated or focused on whatever it was they were doing, or even, thought they were being kind. And I didn't appreciate it because it was, not what I wanted. But I'm grateful I was able to have a different perspective of that and to see that responding in kindness is a much better way than getting angry. And I did get angry, I just didn't express it to the people I was frustrated with. And then, of course, I got some good sleep, and then I woke up and I have a different perspective all over again because I've had some sleep. And I realized today that the voice that I choose to listen to, whether it's positive or negative, is the one that has the power, is the one that has the control over my day, over my attitude, over me. And so if I choose to focus on the negative things, if I choose to spend my time complaining, that's all I'm going to get is stuff to complain about. That's all I'm going to see is the negative stuff. And I'm going to feel weighed down and heavy and bitter and angry. And I have spent a lot of my life doing that. And I have seen a lot of other people do that in their lives. And they're not happy people. And they're not people that other people want to be around. And eventually they become more and more lonely, and they get harder and harder to be around because they get more and more angry and bitter, and nothing you do is ever right. Nothing you do will ever please these people because they don't see the good side of things in life. They have trained their brains and their life to focus on the negative. And I grew up around that. That was everyday normal to me. That was how life was supposed to be. And I was supposed to be happy with that. And I never felt like I was happy. I could smile. I can still smile. I can smile at anything. But I just, and I look back in my life and I know that I had happy moments in my childhood. I had memories of laughing with my siblings that we didn't get in trouble for, of imaginations running wild, using like fabric that my mother had laying around the house, and we would wrap it around and pretend that we were wearing fancy gowns and going to balls and doing all kinds of crazy things and using our imaginations. So I had good things and good memories in my life, but I think as an adult, I focused so much on the bad things that happened to me that I forgot that there were good things that happened too. And I need to remember that there were good things that have happened in my life, and that there's good things happening in my life now, today, too. I don't have to let one bad thing ruin my whole day. It's easy to let one bad thing ruin my whole day. It's easy to focus on that negative. I swear that's my default button, my reset button, especially when I'm tired or emotional or I get triggered by something from my past and it's like, everything's negative, everything's miserable, everything's horrible, my life is over. I was feeling a lot of that yesterday, and I am grateful that it didn't last, that it wasn't a permanent feeling. I am grateful that I was able to get some sleep and woke up and just felt better because I got some sleep. And that nice little reminder that I just need to take care of myself, because when I'm exhausted, there's no point for me to be going around talking to people or doing things or interacting with other people, because I can't process things properly when I'm tired like that. And everything is just going to irritate me because I'm too tired. I'm like, you're interrupting my sleep. I need my sleep. I can't think. I don't care. I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're doing. You're just horrible for waking me up. And I'm sorry, I'm just not a morning person, and I don't like having my sleep interrupted. It's like a huge trigger for me. It makes me just really angry and ornery. And when I can't sleep because I'm tired, but there's too many noises or other things going on, then I get irritated and I get angry at the other people making all of those noises. And I'm like, I'm sure they make those noises and do those things all the time, but when it interferes with my being able to sleep, I get angry. So I realized that a lot of my frustration yesterday was just because I was tired. And, I've been pushing myself really hard. And it's good to push myself. It's good to fight for what I want and for what I need. But I also need to remember to find a balance, to take care of myself. And I am not the best at finding balances. I need to do better at finding balances in my life. I need to learn how to balance my life, which is something I don't think I've ever been good at or ever learned how to do. So this is a new area for me, just like making these YouTube videos. This is being consistent for me. I don't think that I've ever had this much consistency in my life. I mean, there's things I've done off and on consistently, like journaling. I've gone several months or years of journaling, maybe not every single day, but I've also gone several years without journaling and just have random sporadic once a month or once a week entries. To have a journal that's taken like 2 years to fill up and journals that take less than a month to fill up because of how I write or when I write or what I write about. So it all varies, but I would say God is probably the most consistent thing that's ever been in my life, and journaling and writing have been consistent for me because I've always journaled and daydreaming. I've always made up stories in my head. So that's been my bits of consistency. And so now to be consistent with making YouTube videos, to try to get more consistent with actually writing my books and not just writing in my journal. So I'm like, okay, I think my next 100 days is just going to be 100 days of writing and seeing what I can write every day, what I can finish every day, and work towards my books. And I may end up with several finished books that I still haven't figured out how to publish, but at least I will have some finished books. At least I will be working on something that inspires me, that I enjoy doing, that makes me happy. I saw something on Facebook, I think today, scrolled through, there's some people that put randomly nice thoughts on there, but it was something about being tired, and maybe it's not you're just tired, it's just because you haven't done something that inspires you. So the type of work you're doing is tiring because you're not doing something that inspires you, something that you enjoy. And I realized that when I'm working on these YouTube videos, I smile, I get excited, and I feel like I have energy. And when I'm working on my books and I'm writing, I will forget to eat or sleep or whatever because I get into what I'm doing and I'm excited. And I don't even realize how tired I am because I'm like focused on what I'm doing and it's exciting. So I need to remember that when I'm focused on things that I enjoy doing, that give me purpose, that I feel good about myself, that I don't feel as tired. And sometimes I feel tired because I haven't eaten, because I'm hungry, and I've gone so many times in my life without eating that I think my body's just like, oh, we're tired. We're just tired because I know you're going to eat before you go to sleep. And sometimes when I can't sleep or I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm like, all I have to do is get something to eat and then I can fall back asleep because I'm actually hungry. And my body, I mean, it tells me I'm hungry, but when I ignore the fact that it's telling me I'm hungry, which it's telling me right now because I mentioned hunger, it tells me I'm tired. I think it does the same thing when I'm bored. I'm like, I'm bored. What am I going to do? And I think growing up when I was bored, I would just lay in my bed and I would daydream. So it was like, oh, I'm just going to go to sleep. I'm just going to take a nap, which then I don't actually sleep because I'm not really tired. But then I just start daydreaming or making up stories. And it's like, well, if I'm going to do that, I can actually be typing them up. And that's work. It takes a little bit more effort to type it up and to think it out that way. But that would be better because then I wouldn't be bored. I would be doing something I enjoy, something that gives me energy. So something else positive to focus on, something good to focus on. And I realize, my default setting is still to avoid my emotions and feelings, to not process the negative stuff and it doesn't have to be negative. It's just feelings. It's just emotions, but I still need to feel them. I need to process them. I need to not shove them down to the end of my life. So those are things I need to work on, but, I am working on that. I think I'm trying to be a little bit better. And there's always going to be something for me to work on. But I like focusing on gratitude. And I'm grateful that I have made it to 55 days of focusing on gratitude because it is helping me to see the blessings in my life, to see the positive side, to see that God sees me as a wonderful creation and that it's okay that I make mistakes and that he doesn't beat me up for making mistakes or taking a day off of work or having a mental health day, as my friend would call it, or just, relaxing and enjoying not doing anything for a while, that I don't have to beat myself up over things like that it's okay to be like, okay, I just needed a break. And obviously I just needed a break because I was at a breaking point and I was done. So I just needed to take some time to relax, to refresh, to regenerate. And I forgot about that. I forgot that I needed to take care of myself in this process, that I can't just run myself into the ground because that doesn't work. I've done that. It doesn't work. I know it doesn't work. But I keep continuing to try to do that because I get behind and I figure that's the only way to catch up. And I'm going to try to stop doing that. I'm going to try to just keep consistently trying to do the best that I can do. And it's not going to be perfect. It's probably going to continue to be messy. I just need to remember to be kind and gentle to myself and kind and gentle to everyone else because they're going through their own struggles and things that I may or may not be aware of. And they may or may not feel like sharing it with me, or they may just be tired and having a bad day and I'm getting the brunt end of whatever that is because they're just having a bad day or an emotional day. And we all have those days. So I thank you for your patience and watching me. And I guess just grateful that I can share all of me, including my crazy, insane me yesterday, and I'm feeling much better today because I got some sleep. And now I need to go get me something to eat because I'll feel much better after I get something to eat. And I won't feel quite so tired because I'll have food in my tummy. And that's a good thing. And then I can go to work and I can make some money tonight because I need to do that. And that'll be fine. And I don't have to stress about how much. I'm just going to trust that God will make things work and things will work out the way that they're supposed to, one way or the other. And I don't have to stress about it. I probably still will because I haven't learned to entirely let go of that. I still keep trying to be in control of things. I have a hard time letting go of that control and realizing that it's just the illusion of being in control because I'm not actually in control of how things work out. Because as I've said before, the best laid plans of mice and men often go awry. I can't remember who said that. I know it's in that book of Mice and Men. Second there, I was like Ernest Hemingway, maybe. I don't remember. I'm gonna have to look that up one of these days because I keep quoting him and I can't remember the author's name. I'm terrible. If anybody else knows, you can like message me and tell me. Otherwise, I'll have to remember to look it up. I will probably forget to look it up, so I'll probably just say it again the next time and still not know who I'm quoting. But I know that life doesn't turn out the way that I want it to, but it does turn out the way that it's supposed to. And sometimes it is hard, and I do have to fight for the things that I want, and I do have to speak up for myself because no one else is going to. And I'm learning these things, and when I choose not to speak up for myself, then I'm basically accepting what other people are doing or what other decisions people are making for me in my life. And I don't always like the decisions that other people make for my life. So I need to speak up for myself. I need to figure out how to speak up for myself, what to say, how to compromise. More things for me to learn how to do as far as communicating goes, things that I wasn't really taught or didn't see a lot of good examples of. So I need to work on being better at that. But I'm grateful that God is showing me that there is a better way, that there is another way, that there is a way up, there is a way out. And I can focus on the positive and I can focus on the things of God. And then the other things don't have power over me and they can't keep me from living my life. They can't keep me from being happy and they can't keep me from enjoying what I do have. So I am grateful for that. And I know I'm still going to be an emotional roller coaster, but I am still trying to focus on gratitude and grateful that even if I did have a bad day, it doesn't have to carry into today. It can end with yesterday. And yesterday wasn't horrible. I just needed a break and I just needed some sleep. So I'm grateful I got sleep. I'm grateful I can still do my videos today. I'm grateful I can still go to work tonight. I'm grateful that things are working out, and I hope that this is helpful to people that are watching, and I hope that you have a great day full of gratitude.